All right. Hello, everybody. Majorly Bearded. I believe as long as the Bear is in town next week, I will be home next week. So we should be back in studio unless you have plans.
I don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow, man. No, I think we will be. But doesn't your life feel crazy right now? I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I'll be home.
Yeah, we are camping next week, but it won't be until Thursday, and then we're going over the weekend. So we will be on in studio live together once again. I just saw this thing. I gotta show you guys real quick. I got a dang parking ticket today. My first one in my life.
What'd you do?
I parked by the beach and did not realize that that you had to like pay for it. I had no idea, and so I got to make sure I pay this parking fee.
Look at that's probably a revenue generator for them. I think.
Oh, yeah.
Usually most of these small towns have a couple trick areas. Don't go there, and then only way you know it is if you live there.
Genuinely did not cross my mind. Like normally it'd be like, oh, maybe I can get away with it. I had no idea. So whatever, it's $20. I'll pay it. It was a beautiful day at the beach, but my first ever parking ticket, and you can't even pay it online. They literally have a drop box at the city hall that you have to go drop this in.
That's so 2000 and late.
Right. Come on, man. My first parking ticket. Yep, first one here. So, hello, everybody. This is Majorly Bearded. YouTube seems to have been better with live streams. Monday, I had no problems. I haven't heard of any problems. So, fingers crossed today is good. If not, we will be back in next week. The Bearded Jester. Yeah, remember our boy Jester that we had on? Police officer, bearded man. He shaved his beard, so it's gone. I know.
It might be a mass thing in his line of duty. It might be.
Yep.
You know, and a beard isn't. I feel like if you're a bearded man, you are a bearded man. Whether or not life dictates what where you're at right at that moment, it's a way of life. It's a way of thinking. See how much I've learned.
Yeah. Now, Vinny G, man, absolutely. Hope all goes well. He says, sorry, I can't stay sitting in the animal hospital parking lot because my dog gashed a 4-inch hole in her chest and looks like it has gone to the bone. Oh, goodness. No. I don't even want to know how that works yet. Goodness. Good day. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Big Duke says, Dan, did you get to scoop your stash yet? No, we went camping right away Tuesday morning, so I did not get to go into the stash down there. And hello to everybody. Sam, our Murder Mitten brother, always posting our streams and supporting, so I appreciate that. Love that, my friend. And here we go. Oh yeah, perfect. Dancy hats shipped today. Thank you, Gary. He literally got them in yesterday, guys. Boxed them up and then shipped them out. So really, really awesome that is going out there.
I know I'm excited for mine to show up.
For what?
I'm excited for my hat to show up too.
Oh, you got one? Awesome.
Yeah, of course.
Beautiful.
My original DNC's it's getting like the sweat. I don't know if you saw, I was asking, has anybody ever washed a Brandon Bills hat? Because it's getting a little sweat mark. It's just love. It's showing love, Yeah. I've been rocking that thing a lot.
And Brandon Bills is like washing hats is an art already, but Brandon Bills has the real leather patch. So yeah, it's got some challenges there. And we do have a story about that hat.
Oh, I have lots of stories about that hat.
Okay, but we got one today specifically. But first, guys, Wednesdays we drink Mountain Dew. I'm in the can variety today. What you got, Mayor? You got a state one?
I was a little bored. I don't think I'll do two, but my only real pop of the week is with you guys.
Wow.
Like when I say real pop, I mean I'm not doing diet. I do drink a diet here and there. When I need something bubbly, but my sugar pop, I just have it with you guys because it does make a big difference for the old mayor stomach.
Yeah, and those ones are little too. You goes through those ones, or at least I do. Yeah, at least I do that.
Yeah, they're little. We'll see. I may not break into it. I was a little wound up going into the meeting or into this tonight. Just kind of when we face our big decisions with what's going to happen for school in the fall.
Yeah. Welcome to the Oasis. That is correct. That is correct, my friend. And yes, I am in the truck, guys. I did not have good cell service or Wi-Fi service by our campsite, so I had to drive over to the clubhouse. So I am here for you guys. I actually should figure out how to turn my lights off. Mayor, you want to show them the jerky real quick? Because I have my headlights on.
Today we are trying something new. Bluegrass beef jerky, all right? This is the original flavor from what I can tell.
There we go.
It looks fantastic from the packaging.
Yeah, so this was sent to us by Bluegrass Bearded Ken himself. I don't know, somebody just said Ken. There he is. So Ken right there sent us this this jerky from his side of town. He's from Kentucky, right? Bluegrass. And he wanted us to give us a try. He wanted to preface it by saying he doesn't know anything about the company. There's no like personal attachments there. He was like, I don't know if it's any good or not, but give it a shot. So, our buddy from Davison, teacher from Davison, actually knows Betsy. He's watching the board meeting. So you'll have to let us know, my friend. I have a feeling I know which way they're going, but let us know. So we're gonna try this jerky. Do you have a backup jerky, Mayor?
Oh, do I have a backup jerky? What? Come on. I got 2 backup jerkies. I got backup water, man. All right, so I got the Dukes, which I already broke into a little bit. My
original?
Owen, my son, came down and visited and had to try that out. And then, this is delicious. I'll have 4 more. And all of a sudden, it's gone. And then backup is the steak strips from Sam's Club. Just picked them up, like really good price.
That looks like the same one that I've had. I think you had with me, but just looks rebranded a little bit.
I bet that happens all the time.
Because it was Kirkland, which was the Sam's Club brand, but Members Market Sam's Club brand too, right?
You're right. Kirkland is Costco. Members Market Sam's Club.
Streams crossed. Yes, you are right. Yes. That is the Sam's Club one. The one that we had was the Costco one. Okay. Makes sense.
Both of those stores very intelligently do a great job with their store brand is usually really good.
For sure. And then my backup is that Primal jerky. This is the original. I'm really digging Primal.
Holly says you shouldn't cross the streams. I don't know if she's talking about something else.
Yeah, I was not given any visuals. I was talking about live streams, you know.
Right. It's over my head.
All right. I'm going to open this up here. Tell your today about your hat. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes. That's this hat. This is my new. Before I didn't know when the DanCBearded Patriotics were going to get out, and I wanted a Chesapeake hat, so I ordered myself one and bought it myself, just like every other Joe, you know. And I was wearing it today. And I went into Walmart. We went out and played pickleball. If you guys never played that, and immediately we get out there. You know what it takes to get the kids out. We get the kids in the car, the dog. We break it to the dog that we're leaving without the dog. We get it out there, found the rackets, got the water. Luke didn't bring his sunglasses. He's got my sunglasses. I'm blinded because it's like a concrete, but I'm still gonna be like bad. We're all playing, and then like we serve the pickleball, and it breaks. And that was the only one I brought. So it broke in half. So we had to go to Walmart. So I walk through Walmart. I walk into Walmart. I do their security check. And someone said, and I didn't recognize it at the time. This is my first person. They said, I know that's the mayor because of the hat. So they must have either seen it because I did a few Instagram and it didn't like register in my head because no one's ever like recognized me from doing this before. And she was walking by, and I'm like, I need to go back and talk to her because I figured it out slowly. And I walked back and I said, hey, I didn't hear you earlier. Nice to see you and all that. I'm sorry. I didn't, want to be rude or mean. And I went on my way. But it was really cool to have somebody recognize me from this. That was the first time. Yeah,
that's amazing. And 2 things. Pickleball. Our buddy Dave from the Facebook group, he travels around the country. He's a full-time RV guy, him and his wife. And they're big pickleball people. He always has that pickleball shirt on. So that's pretty cool.
Dave's got his RV being fixed right now. Is that right? He did the video Tuesday.
Oh, I missed it. So what's he doing?
If that was him. Basically, they have a secondary camper that they're kind of like using in the parking lot of the repair place.
Wow, interesting. Like a loaner?
If that was him, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's definitely him. He's the full-time RV guy. But then the other one is you've met the moment that I experience sometimes, and when somebody's like, "Hey, Dan C, man, love the channel, good to see you." Do you say? Sam has always told me, like, dude, you got to say what's your name. You got to get them to introduce themselves to you, because I'm always like, same with you. The way you handled it today was my instinct. Hey, man, how you doing? Great to see you. Love it. Thank you for the compliment. And I don't ask their name, but then I leave and I always feel like a jerk because I didn't ask their name. Do you feel like you should have asked their name?
Oh, I handled it terribly. I was a mess. I had my Pokemon wristband on. I was like, not, of course, yeah, I should have definitely. I didn't think to do that. I just said, I was terrible at it. Horrible.
I am too. I need to start asking people's names because I feel like a jerk. And this just in, Mayor, we are starting September 8th virtual.
Okay.
All right. At least we have a plan. Okay. At least we have a plan, and maybe we'll touch on that a little bit later. But really, really cool. Yeah, I know I have to ask their name, and thank you, Gary. Sam has always gotten on me about that one. So very cool, man. The mayor got noticed from the beard world as a true one, because you've seen, you've had like random ones and stuff of people we know, but that's really cool. Yeah. So we're camping. Oh, let's do jerky. How's this jerky? How do you think?
It's different than I've ever had. Like it's good. It's good. It's like really.
I love it. The flavor is really, really there. Like tons of flavor to me.
It's like biting into like it's chewy, but it's like you get a good bite of it. It's like a piece of steak. It's excellent. I would say excellent.
Really, like it seems like a top-notch kind of, like, it seems like it would be expensive. It's not my favorite texture of all time. I like the primal texture and a couple other ones, but the flavor is delicious, like really, really delicious. So I'm digging that. And we'll talk more jerky, but Gary brought up a comment. So we're camping. I'm sure we'll talk all about it tonight. And we went to the beach today. We went to South Haven on Lake Michigan. I don't know if you've ever been to South Haven before.
Well, I am a Bronco. When I was in my college years, driving my black little sports side GMC Sonoma at the fraternity house, parking it there, we would go to South Haven for the beach. That was our beach. So,
we were at North Beach. That's where I got the parking ticket. I don't know if you're familiar with North Beach.
They're making up because they're not ticketing college kids. You got hammered.
So we were going there, had a great time. All of our beach days are pretty similar, but we love every one of them. Even though you probably know this as a parent, it's a whole ordeal to set up, to take down, to get the feet clean and all that stuff. And the sun beats the heck out of you. You're tired, you're exhausted, man. It just, oh man, it gets you. But
yeah, like that much sweat on your body. You're just like walking out all salty and
it's just coated. Yeah, just coated on you. And the sunscreen, which I hate, just not a good situation. But the boys are out. Of course, we get anywhere. I gotta go to the bathroom. I gotta go to the bathroom. So if you've been following on Instagram, we've been teaching the boys to pee outside like men should, right? Pee on a tree. That's what you do, especially with a young kid. That's cute. You see their little bare butt. And Maddox we've been trying to teach him at the lake he's been like, I gotta pee. We're like, dude, you don't gotta tell us, just go. And then it went to making him leave his suit on because he wanted to take his suit off. We're like, you're 5, you're too old for that. So then he would like pinch his little pee-pee like through his suit, like holding it. I'm like, no, dude, just let it go. And so we kind of got him down. And Jax is a little bit more stubborn, a little bit harder to get to do things. And so we finally get him to decide to pee in the water. And he goes out, drops draws all the way down. He's standing shallow, just pissing in the water, like into the water. He's not peeing in the water. He's pissing into the water. So we call him out. We're like, dude, hey, man, you're super cute, but we don't want people to see you peeing into the water. You got to leave your shorts up and just go. We had Maddox go show him and everything, and he was all amped up for it. He goes out again, freaks out, drops his draws again. It was just peeing in the water. Luckily, everybody around us was laughing.
Hey, my son, he'll be at our school this fall, whatever that looks like. he once hopped out of my in-laws' pool, and they're, you know, pretty, they like their things certain ways. Hopped out of their pool, dropped his pants, and peed back into the pool.
That a boy.
Right in front of everybody. I mean, how does that make sense? I don't know, but he was like, he knew he shouldn't just like let it go in the pool, but he did the rest of that process. I think he was a little off. I will never forget that.
That's amazing. Drop drawers. Is that a Southern thing?
Oh, it's a main thing. Drop drawers.
I like this jerky a lot.
It's very good.
Mm-hmm. Tons of flavor.
Drop trow. Drop trow. I think that's another way to say it. Drop trow.
Okay.
But
that was our highlight of the beach.
So are you enjoying your okay, so let's talk a little bit about beards. How's the beard doing?
So complete transparency, not the best. We are camping more days than not now. And the shower's not ideal in the RV. The products are not ideal in the RV, right? The maintenance, the campfires, the beach, the sun. Most things that I'm doing are not as good as when I'm normally home. So my main notice, the number one thing that I've noticed with not taking as good of care with my beard is I shed more. I'm shedding more than ever. My beard still feels good. I'm still using quality products. I'm not using butter as much as I should. I'm not washing and conditioning as much as I should. So the main thing I know is I'm shedding a lot more. Oh, and I'm not drinking as much water as I should too. So it's hard to keep up with all that while I'm camping. And I am experiencing the results of that. So on one side, I know what I'm saying is true. I know you should drink the water. I know you should do all these things. But it does kind of suck that my beard's suffering right now. But it also, at the same time, I'm camping with my family and enjoying this time. And I'm not worrying about it, which is a wild thought for me. And it just, I chalk it up to this is coming with the territory right now.
I think not ideal would be a great motto for the year of 2020.
True.
Not ideal. We're all rolling with it because dang, it's figure it out. It takes you this way or that way.
For sure. So, Baron, that's my beard update. What about you? I know last we had heard from you is that you were growing it out. You weren't touching it. It was the longest it had ever been. What's the latest?
I actually kind of like outed myself as being like Joel, Joel, our friend Joel, as kind of like my idol, beard idol, the way he's got his like so like awesome on Facebook. So I kind of like drew him into a little conversation with a few guys in the group about like how do you actually achieve what you got there and what are you doing? And he said one of the biggest things for him is just to stick with scissors for trimming. And like I asked him, how did you get the shape? Did you grow long and then come back to that shape, or did you work at it? And he said he worked at it. So I did do a little bit trimming, but I also have to say way less than I ever would have before. I had and there's still like pieces of it, but I had real fuzzies out here, just like a cleanup kind of thing. So I did a little cleanup, but I really kept that in mind as far as. But when I say cleanup, I didn't use a Brio. I love the Brio, but the Brio it goes big, So I just did a little scissor shaping. I don't know if you can tell. In the past I've kind of cut these edges. Or in the past I've done the whole under, like the under beard, like neck, all that. This time I just stayed on the corners and I left it. I like this fullness, like I was talking about last week. I'm thinking that's where I'm gonna get if I'm going for like that kind of edge.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah, because when you turn to the side, go back to that same look you just were. You have that great fullness underneath your neck, I guess, or underneath your. So there's right there, it's a little bit shorter in the front, right underneath your chin. Is a little bit shorter than the body closer to your neck. Right. And so that'll be important to like fill that front out and then kind of trim as you go underneath to even it out.
Well, we're getting there. And I'm starting to see that shit even just in everything I did was like it took a couple of days as you know, I was listening to Joel and other guys in the group. But I'm starting to already see that shape kind of come out, you know, and
Awesome.
I'm getting excited. Like I got sucked into the vortex of looking at my beard in the mirror for like 20 to 30 minutes this morning.
Wow.
I know.
Just analyzing.
Just like Betsy drove by me at a stoplight because she was going to work and I was coming home from somewhere real quick. And she's like, "Yeah, I tried to wave to you, but you were just looking at your beard in the mirror."
So true. So true. Now, that'll be a big change for you. I mean, the look that Joel has compared to where you've stayed for 6 months, that's a big difference.
It is, but it's an awesome difference.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And for me, it's been, you guys that don't know, like, I'm still just barely over a year into having any facial hair in my whole life. So I kind of have like grown into it's been like all about my comfort with how long my facial hair is.
Yeah. And that's what I was going to say. Like, where you've come from since we started these Wednesday streams is wild. Like, absolutely wild. Like what it has become, you know, it's amazing. It's really cool to see. So I love that. David says, I keep trying to grow my stash with my 6+ inch beard, but it ends up driving me crazy, eating, drinking, being all over the place, and end up trimming. Wish I could figure out how to live with it. So that's the $1 million question, David. I'm with you there, man. It's hard to eat. It's hard to drink. The hardest thing, so Sam loves my beard, obviously loves the channel. The one thing she does not love is my mustache. So the only thing I get little subtle comments on is my mustache. So guys talk about, like, how do you deal with having a significant other that's not supportive? Well, mine's the mustache. If I were to say tomorrow, like, hey, I'm thinking about buzzing the mustache down, she logically would know that it would hurt the channel, right? I'm not going to get as much respect or initial pop, you know, when you view it. But she would probably say do it because she's not a fan of the mustache. So I hear you, man. I hear you. For me, it is worth it for the look, the form over the function. It looks better than without it. And for me, that's enough. And obviously I have a lot invested, so my situation's a little bit unique there. What are your thoughts on that, Mayor, for yourself or for David?
Well, one of the first things Betsy said when I started to grow it out was like, keep that mustache off the lip. And as you can see, I really haven't done that. But, you know, it isn't fun to kiss that. I get it. I get it. But it is a pretty sweet look.
It is.
And like your situation, Betsy's like, you know, I don't feel. Let me just take a big picture and talk about my personal. Yeah. It is something you have to talk about. I think you got to be on the same page. And if she really hated it, or she's like, you know, like it was impacting all different parts of our relationship, I'd be like, whatever, I can get it cut back. But I've gotten very comfortable with that over my lip, and I was not that way at first. Same.
We went over to a friend's house like a couple days ago, and the husband he says he always grows out his beard in the fall and then he trims it down. He grows his beard out in the fall, then he trims it down, and he usually trims it before the fall to get like a fresh start and then going through. Now, he's like, man, since I've met you, I've gotten products. I'm really into it. I'm thinking about not doing that summer trim and just getting a better head start on the fall. And his wife, who's awesome, super similar to Sam. It's really weird. We're very cool. Shout out to Sadie and Aaron if you guys are out there. Sadie said her only request with the beard was that she wanted the mustache over the lip, that she loves that look so much. She did not like when he trimmed it because it would interfere with his eating and drinking and stuff. So that was the first time I ever heard that, where the significant other said, my only request is get the bigger mustache. I was like, wow, that's pretty cool.
I mean, let's put it out there, Dan. Is it a tougher, and you guys I want to hear, is it a tougher look, a tough guy? Is it a tougher look to have that mustache out over that lip? Or, you know,
100%.
What's your opinion, guys out there? You know, I think it is. I didn't really realize that, but it might just be like a tougher Like you're invested in beards when your lip is like gone.
Yeah. And we've probably been conditioned with that with cowboy movies and all that stuff throughout time and Wyatt Earp and all that. And you like to think about how good it looks. I'm a big fan of the show Parks and Rec, right? You know Parks and Rec. A lot of people in the chat do. Ron Swanson's mustache goes over his lip and looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. So, and he plays kind of like the tough, like rugged guy. I do think it makes you look more tough, more, I don't know, manly's a bad way to say it, but more manly.
Okay. And I never like there's so many things not having had facial hair that I've learned about the minutiae, big word, minutiae of beards. There's so much to it. That's what we're talking beard minutiae. I don't think we'll change into that, but we're talking about it.
Yeah, it's that's a good word of the night. I like that. I like that one. But the mustache is hard, man. It's if you guys saw, I was interviewed by a magazine out of Los Angeles, and it was about should you wash your beard after eating? And it kind of went with my recent video about eating with a mustache and drinking with a mustache. It was interesting, and a lot of things that we're talking about here was put into that article. And yeah, it's tough. And that's one thing is when I have my normal styling routine at home, it's much easier, obviously, to keep my mustache well kept. When I'm out camping, it's much more difficult to keep that baby in line. So yeah, man, it's hard. It is really, really hard. I feel the bigger your beard, the bigger the mustache you need for balance. I just think it looks lopsided when you have a big beard and then like a really trimmed down. A lot of guys like to keep their mustache pretty even, where they'll do like a 2-guard or a 3-guard with a buzzer and just go straight through it. And for me, if my size beard and I went with a 3-guard, it just would not be a balanced look. And that's me personally. Some guys prefer it, and then it all comes down to personal preference. Talk about beard oil wipes. I gotta look into that. I don't even remember, but I do know they're made. So they're talking about after eating, there is a company that makes like essentially like butt wipes, but they're beard wipes. And then instead of like cleaning properties or moist towelettes, it has oil in it, so you can like touch up your beard with an oil cloth. So imagine like being at B-dubs and you have moist towelettes on one side to clean up your hands, and then you have a moist beardlet on the other side to touch up, but also get oil back.
And that's a single use, like a wipe, like
yes. Yep.
It could work. It could work in the right scenario.
I agree. So I don't remember where it said beard wipes. Where it said beard wipes was a link. Oh, really? I wasn't plugging any company. That's too funny. And I know a bunch of companies have had them. I just don't remember specifically which one had those. So, yeah, man, the mustache is a never ever debate. Chris said we'd still respect you, Dan, if you trimmed your mustache. I know that 100%. But there's an extra layer that people don't think about. I'm well established with a lot of you guys and a lot of other subscribers. But that first impression by people scrolling through YouTube, trying to find advice for a beard for the first time, whether people want to believe it or not, that's a focal point. And there's going to be some people that see that and they're like, I'm clicking on this video because that guy knows what he's talking about because of that mustache. And then there's other people that they don't click on the videos. And I'm not saying that's right. There's people who have patchy beards, thin beards that know a ton of stuff, but that first impression means a lot. It really does. And I do think I'm going to start going in with mustache wax.
Oh man, I couldn't have ever imagined kind of coming to where like I have I'm really enjoying having a beard right now, honestly. As I look at like our school probably going virtual and not having to wear a mask. Like were you worried about the mask? Go 24-hour mask all day. Like there was no answer to that.
No, not only breathing, but talking. But I mean, this is being honest here, my beard, there were definitely some worries there. Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I love this Mountain Dew.
It's good. Sometimes I feel
Right.
like when I'm live stream, I'm like into enjoying the sugar. But yeah, I'm enjoying it tonight. It's a good night for Mountain Dew.
Good. Beardevato says, how long you planning to grow the stash? No plans. I genuinely don't have any plans for my beard, for my mustache. I like to just adjust as I go. If I feel like I'm liking something currently, I go with it. If I feel like it's looking too thin or something's going on, then I adjust. So no plans whatsoever. I'm just enjoying the ride.
Hey, guys, what do you have in beard tonight? Can I ask that?
Ooh.
I know it's your question, but we didn't ask that. What are we doing in beard? And I will start, and then we'll go to Dan.
Okay.
Dan. Okay, so I'm doing Sunday morning. Now, if you watch my review on Command's Corner Facebook group, you might remember that I said that it reminded me of the oatmeal cream pies that I had many a time as a kid.
So good.
So that's me. I'm Sunday morning. This from Chesapeake. This fine Wednesday. It's Wednesday, but
Sunday morning when will come. Who sings that?
Is that Maroon 5? Are you doing
it? It is Maroon.
Yeah.
Yes, Maroon 5. Good call there. Thank you, Holly, by the way. I hope you guys are doing well after the storm and the power outages and all that stuff. I can't even imagine.
2020?
Yeah, right. Chalk it up. I have in beard right now. Last week camping, I only went whiskey and hardtack, actually. Sweet Tea and Bits, it's there. But one of the challenges with camping is I got a little bit, it was a challenge to keep up with the reviews and be able to be camping. So I have to use some of the products I'm reviewing. And I have a couple awesome reviews that I'm excited coming up soon. But right now I have in a Nicholas Beardworks oil. So that's what I have in. The scent, I don't remember. He has so many. I've tried so many. I always forget the scent. So
any that have the myrrh, like from frankincense and myrrh from the.
Yep.
Have you myrrh is something that like out of the blue I kind of like. I really like that scent.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit or miss scent. It is. It's strong. It's expensive. It's an expensive scent.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is that your saying that myrrh's not your favorite, but the mayor is welcome to like it?
Yes, exactly. And frankincense, at least at one point, it may not be right at this given moment because things fluctuate, but at one point, frankincense was the most expensive real fragrance in the world. More expensive than oud. It was pound for pound more expensive than gold, than anything. It was one of the most expensive commodities that you could have. So there's some of those ones that frankincense and those, they get up there in the price level. So yeah, we'll flop it back to you, Mayor, once you're done with that one. All right, and thank you, Ken. I appreciate you, man. I am at 1 or 2 pieces left. I smashed this bag. The Mayor's even got me beat. But Mayor, what are your plans for your beard? I know you just kind of said it and with that big grand scheme of a story. Just without people knowing who Joel is, because there's probably a small portion here. Right. Describe your beard goal.
I'm looking at the moment, and I usually shy away from making any commitments or anything like that. But right now, what I'm looking at, and Holly said earlier that my sideburns disappear when I turn sideways, and I don't take that personally. That's not an insult. But I'm looking at just kind of fullness, getting linked here, and getting like a good edge, nice groomed edge right here. And I know that's not the length that many of us affiliated with beards kind of want. But it's a huge step for me, and I just think it looks cool. It's something I want to try, and isn't that what beards doing this facial hair, what it's all about? Is just kind of like finding what works for you and trying things.
Yes,
so, that's where I'm at.
100%. So that's cool. I'm excited. I found out with you guys. I found out live with the Mayor that is his plan. So that's gonna be pretty cool. Big UFC card on Saturday. Mayor, are you into the UFC fights at all?
Only when I hear from you guys.
Okay.
I can't imagine paying the pay-per-view price on I know
I've never done that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I do have that trigger. Like straight up dudes are throwing down. I
Yeah.
get that feeling. I get it. It's just my wife's super not into it, and it's just not worth it. You know, I got her. She's on the beard train. That's good enough right now. I'm not gonna try more things.
Yeah, so there's a big fight for the baddest man on the planet. It's the heavyweight championship. Arguably fight for the greatest heavyweight of all time. And these are two dudes that you would never look at and think like, oh, that's the baddest man of all time. It was just kind of cool to see. They both, especially DC, has like straight up dad bod, even more dad than me. But they're just bad men. I believe that Stipe is going to win by knockout. I think he wins this one. And then one of my top 3 favorite fighters, Sean O'Malley, Sugar Sean, the Sean Show, is going to be fighting as well. And he will win in a crazy dramatic fashion, something wild that we've never seen before. So I'm excited. It's going to be a good card. We get home on Saturday. On every camping trip, this is our 4th one. On the previous 3, we've come home on Friday and had like a couple buffer days, you know? So we're coming home on Saturday this time, which will be interesting.
So you guys, I'm jumping around. I do this, but
I love it.
You're in this pandemic year. You're in this year that you never thought of happening in your life, and you and Sam decide to buy the camper.
Yep.
We're gonna shake things up. How is it working out for you? Is it what were like? Has it been a good success? Has it been things you didn't see coming? There's always that, but how's it working out?
Yeah, so the channel is probably the best decision that I've ever made, listening to my wife. The camper is easily second, creeping up on first. It's the best decision we have made in 2 years, you know, since the channel has started. We went all in. We never even camped before. Never once. I've never been in an RV. I've never been in a trailer in my life. Wow. And never once. And so we had no idea. And essentially we had booked a cabin and it fell through because of overbooking and all this stuff. And we said, because we were going to try it, we're going to see, are we even camping people? Let's test it out. And then when they canceled, they were like, man, that's a sign. Let's go all in. And we just went straight up all in. And we couldn't be happier. I mean, I'll be honest, the days are frustrating sometimes when my wife is tired, when she's hungry, and when just the day's kind of falling apart. Then you have a campfire, then you have some s'mores, and it's amazing. She's actually texting me right now, but it's wonderful. So yeah, she said Maddox isn't feeling well, so hopefully he's doing okay there. But what about you? Any big decisions other than the channel and the beards that, especially during this pandemic time, that you're really happy with or not happy? Anything like
I know you said other than the beard channel, but I'm gonna go back to doing this whole beard thing. You know, it is, and I've said this to Betsy too, just getting involved, doing the Facebook group, learning about social media, learning about all that. Like, I don't know where I'd be without it, if I'm being serious. It wouldn't be as good. It's kind of it's been a fire, like, to get me to be a little bit more healthy, a better dad. I've had a lot of like introspective, like looking at myself. So I'm a personal person. I believe like it was just a direction I was meant to take, and I thank Dan for it. I thank you guys for it. A beard didn't fix everything. Don't get me wrong, but like the positivity and the energy has probably carried me way more than I would ever admit through all this.
Yeah, well said, and I agree 100%. And Bearded Votto, thank you for the kind thought there. She said his just nose is running and stuff, so she'll update me if anything's going on. And we usually don't go too late on these ones, so maybe a tad bit earlier. But my wife's good about letting me know. And Tom says, Dan, are you able to park or keep the trailer at your house? No, we have a homeowners association that does not allow RVs, and they even try to limit the amount of days we can have it. They said that for the summer we can have it a total of 7 days in our driveway. That's including before and after the trip. So it's outrageous. So it's not a great thing with the homeowner association, but we keep it at a storage facility. So safe there, not going to get broken into or stolen or anything like that. So I'm happy with that. And Bobby asks, how is the original? It's awesome, man. I'm a big fan of the Primal Jerky Company. It's really, really good. I really like the original too. So that's awesome. And I don't know if Sonny is in here, but that you know, the jerky Sonny had sent us, the Matador.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Sam is obsessed. She loves it. Absolutely loves the jerky, which is really cool because she's hard to please with the jerky.
But that's the kind of girl you want in your life, right? You know, they're gonna tell you how they feel. You're going to be a better man because of it. We know that. Believe me, I know that one for many reasons.
All right, Mayor, you want to take this one real quick? I'll read it to you. Question for the Mayor. As an admin for the Facebook group on July 18, you did a video on how to post recommendations and reviews. A month later, you posted a full review on the main feed. Have policies changed? And I will say we did make a post. If you go under the announcements, this was fully explained, fully brought down. But let us know about the sponsorship, about the changes, the thought process behind it, the time you put in, all that stuff. Cover all the base, because a lot of guys in here are in the group.
First of all, Nick, I appreciate you kind of just straight up asking the question respectfully, and I mean, like, that's a great question. Basically, what happened with the group is that we went from 100 to 2,700 guys, members, pretty quick within the first 6-7 months of the group. And with that, you know, kind of as you know, our group is it takes a lot. We were watching it pretty much most of the day, here and there. Trying to keep things like that. So how do we have a review when we don't really discuss brands? Well, back in June, we kind of shared just that in order to make it, you know, basically say to my wife, I'm spending all this time on this. We did take on, we'll do one monthly sponsorship a month. And last month, July was our first one. We did put a post out there, mostly received positive feedback on it. And then Chesapeake has stepped up and is doing August for us. And, you know, if it is just basically the way that I can justify the time. If you enjoy the group, I'm super appreciative, but I just got to a point where it's like, we have to have a little bit of compensation in order for the time I was going for it. Dan and I kind of agreed on that. We pretty much put it out there in an announcement just saying, hey, this is where we're going with this. We like how it is, but it's going to take a little bit more. So we have, you know, a review once a month. I'm going to do a review of a product that's going to be our sponsor for the month. And I'm learning as I'm going with, you know, like, it's so like my first month review is totally different than my second. And, you know, that's kind of, we try to be as open and honest as we can. And I like how you said that question. That wasn't disrespectful. Like, straight up, how do you do that? So that's kind of my background.
Yeah, so I'll touch on that. So essentially, we started this group officially on New Year's Day. So that launched, but we had been working on it well before then. And we literally went into other Facebook groups, other beard groups, other groups. We went into soap groups. We went into anything we could to learn what we liked on Facebook, what we disliked on Facebook. And we wanted to make something different. And one of the things we did not want was the main feed clogged with companies and products for a lot of reasons. Some because sometimes people just go in there with their own intentions of plugging a company, and people will join for the day to put things out. I mean, it's a mess. And so that was really intentional, and we were clear on that from day one. We were consistent. Now, we also did things that nobody else did. Like our group, we have a question of the day every single day. The mayor comes up with those. We also do things like really moderate the group. There's a lot of groups that have rules, but we actually follow through with them. We are actually consistent. That's the teacher in us. And most people have absolutely no idea how much time that takes. The mayor and I do that. I do a ton of it. I mean, to be honest, I probably do the most of it in the group. And it takes a long time because we don't just delete the post when it breaks the rule. We delete it. We give a reason why. And then each of us, the mayor and myself, reach out to the person and explain to them and open up a dialogue, because we don't want people feeling like they're slapped on the wrist or anything like that. So that takes a crazy amount of time, but also just all the thought, all the uniqueness. It takes a lot of work, takes a lot of effort. And to be, again, transparent, 7 Potions actually came to us and was like, hey, Have you guys thought about a sponsorship of your group? Your group is all bearded men. It's really ran well. It's valuable. And me and the mayor got together and we were like, huh, yeah, what would be wrong with us being honest, having amazing sponsors, and there's going to be good in it for everybody. The group gets reviews. There are going to be some giveaways that come with it for group exclusives. Also, with the mayor's reviews, there are group exclusive discounts. Like Chesapeake's discount this month is more than my normal discount, which is really cool. And all of the money that goes from that sponsorship does go directly to the mayor, every penny. And it's for what he does with starting the group, with maintaining the group, with keeping the eyes on the future. And it's amazing. So it's just a special place. And yeah, and we know a lot of this stuff, like Tom says here, it's tough because people don't go to the threads for recommendation and beard mail. It's hard on Facebook with the filters. We agree. We know that, but it's really important to us. We do not want the main page just simply being a group about product discussions and recommendations. We do have a spot for it, but we do not want you scrolling through and seeing that. And some guys have made comments like, well, I don't want a group of selfies. Well, then our group probably isn't for you. Right. There's a lot of beard selfies. There's a lot of stories. There's a lot of videos. There's a lot of guys talking about being guys. There's a lot of guys talking about being fathers, talking about their hobbies, talking about their pets, talking about their beards. That's what our group is above all. And hey, there's a bonus sponsor every month. I think it's pretty cool. And it's a challenging thing to maintain, and that's how it goes there. So it is amazing one. So, yep, great question here from the Bearded Bushido. So as for clarification, the only reviews that we are seeing on the main feed of the Facebook group are the review that the mayor is doing each month for this monthly sponsor. Yes, perfectly said. He will do an unboxing at the beginning of every month, and then mid-month he will do a review for that company. And that's the only spot on it. And I agree. Easton says that's what makes it amazing. 100%. There are groups dedicated to beard products. There's groups dedicated to buying, selling, and trading beard products. You can go check those out, and we encourage you to be in ours and theirs. You don't have to pick, there's room for everybody. So it's amazing. And exactly. And Nick says the group is probably the only place I would post a self-trim selfie. Exactly. And as the mayor said, I really respected Nick's question there. He handled it perfectly well. It's something that may have been on other people's minds, and he just threw it out there. And yeah, we love that. We do not hide from anything. We have announced it before this happened. We put out a posted announcement and explained that the mayor was going to be doing that, and it's pretty cool. And resounding, and I know even Nick would echo this, and he asked the question, resounding support for it. They're like, oh, heck yes, the mayor, you do a lot, you do this, you do that. Why not get that? And again, it's two-way street. They get a discount, a review, and everything, so it's pretty cool. And yep, exactly. We do have a spot for everything. And if people don't want to use that, then they don't want to really use it. If they want it that badly, there is a recommendation. There is a beard mail. There is a beard shelf, all that stuff. So I can't stress enough how much work went into that. There are other large beard groups if you want to go check those out and see how their main feed looks. It's not well done. It's politics. It's promoting. It's fanboys. It's just not a good thing.
And I'll be the first to admit that it's a pretty sweet gig. I love it. And all I can do is my best and try to improve my reviews. And, I love that I have that opportunity. I know it's a sweet deal. I love being here with you guys, and I'm just going to do my best with it. As far as the nonsense comments, or nonsense, topics and questions, I always wonder, it's been about 7 months of daily questions and things like that, but it never runs dry because it's always you guys on the group always kind of send me in new directions and all that. I don't know. I just do my best, and I feel like Dan is the positive beard guy, and this Facebook group, while it was intended to kind of bring the people out of that and rise up, and I think we're doing okay with that. It's not perfect, but we're doing okay.
Agreed. And Podcast V says, if I ever want to do a trimming live stream, would it be appropriate to post in the group? So we love videos, we love posts, we love all that stuff. The only thing that we ask is that we're not doing any live streams within the group other than admins, and the mayor's been the only one who's done one so far. But we only ask that you make a video for the group. Don't post a YouTube link. Don't share a post from your Facebook. Create it for the group, right? Our Video Tuesday is amazing. We had a guy write a song about beards for our group, and a really good song. The dude could sing. He could write a song. So make it for the group. Record it, post it within the group. We really enjoyed that. One of the other rules was for no outside posts, and the main reason is the same kind of thing. If you go in these groups and other groups, literally you scroll through, it's just guys posting their YouTube video every day, every other day. Just trying to get traction. They're not there. They're taking more than they're giving. And I post my videos because it's the group I created, and I'm definitely giving as much as I'm trying to take there. So yes. Do a trimming video, record it, post it within the group, and we would absolutely love that, man. That would be really cool. Just no YouTube links and all that stuff, if that makes sense.
While we're talking about the group, did you know I posted a question today?
I did.
I asked the guys about it.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna switch into share screen mode. I posed the question today to members of the Facebook group. I asked them to, let's see here. I asked them, what is your morning beard routine? And I think, Dan, your biggest video ever was, in fact, morning beard routine, correct?
Uh-huh.
So I was interested just to hear from other guys. So let's talk a little bit about just what does it look like as far as the morning beard routine. All right. So Paul said, shower, wash beard with shampoo and conditioner. If it's a beard wash day, I use the comb and the shower to comb out the beard. Dry beard to 70%, which is kind of really specific, but I kind of get what he's talking about. Like there's like that point in your beard where you are kind of, it's almost about to dry out too much. 5 drops of beard oil, air dry beard, brushing beard horizontal to remove dents. Apply 2 more drops of oil, and I've never done that. A little oil later. Wait 10 minutes. Apply balm and butter. What do you think, Dan, of Paul's kind of his routine here?
I love it. Paul's a patient man. Definitely cares about how it looks. Definitely cares about the health of it. And I bet I have a little strong bet that he really enjoys his morning routine time. I bet that's like an oasis for him. I call it therapy for me. And it seems like that would be kind of the same for him.
All right. Philip said hot water rinse. I think Philip said he showers in the evening or takes a bath, but I think he said shower. Hot water rinse, carefully comb wet beard with a Ken comb, dry to about 75%. So that's, again, that 3/4-ish kind of dry. Apply beard oil, spread with a buffalo horn handle comb, wait 5 minutes. Blow dry or hot brush, depending on what day of the week it is. So he rotates. That's smart. Blow dry or hot brush, depending on what. Okay. Apply butter or balm. Carefully comb through with Ken comb. Butter out. Finish shaping with hands. Done. Okay. So again, that's quite the process. But if you're watching this beard live stream and you're into beard products, why not enjoy the thing that you're into it?
Absolutely. That person, who was that?
This is Philip.
All right. Philip definitely watches my morning routine videos. And I got a couple different versions because that's pretty much what I do or what I recommend on the balm, the butter and stuff. That's step-by-step are things that I've recommended, which is pretty cool. And yes, I say that 75% is damp. It's when your beard is not sopping, it's not dripping. But if you were to feel it and a stranger were to touch your beard, they'd say, oh yeah, your beard is damp. So that's my explanation on that one. And let me cover a couple of quick questions here. And if I get LCW, do I also use conditioner? So LCW is a straight up gentle beard wash. I do recommend getting conditioner to rotate in with LCW. I would not recommend using wash and conditioner every day, but have a conditioner to throw in on some different days that we have there. And then there was one other one. that I saw that was a good question. All right, later podcaster fee here. Okay. Man, I apologize. Man, there was another one that I really liked. A couple people said a podcast, and definitely that's something that we want to do in the future is the podcast. Jeremy says, "What made you cut your hair?" I got too hot. I had 3 reasons. I know I got too hot. Sam said I was balding on top, and I don't remember the last reason. Mainly because I got too hot. All right. And then Grant says, would you describe it also as moist or spongy? People don't like when we say moist.
That's all right. You know, you can't avoid that word all the time. All right. This one is from Kyle. Kyle's a buddy of mine from church, and he says, the first thing I do to my beard is apologize for what I'm about to do. Then I smother it for 10 hours with a mask. It is currently rebellious and will not sit still for anything. Kyle's got a great sense of humor. I know he works for GM at one of the manufacturing facilities, and I know that they're making him wear masks all day. And Kyle is a big beard, so I'm with you, Kyle. Apologizing for the beard. I think that's probably that's probably reasonable. Elise would probably be right there with you on that.
Yeah,
his wife. Yeah, and then
John. Let me hit this one real quick. John says, are there any 2-in-1 washes and co-washed in the same bottle? Not in the beard world. There are some for the head hair, but there's not been one that I've seen or experienced that's a true 2-in-1 in the beard world yet.
All right. Then we've got Brian. Brian came in a little bit later in the day with this, but I wanted to share it with you because, man, this guy, he's on the ball. First day. So he's broken it down into days, which is smart because you shouldn't do the same thing every day, but wash, condition, cold rinse, boar's hair brush, oil, boar's hair brush, comb, mustache, wax, 30 minutes after balm wax sets. Wow. Like a 30-minute wait. Like this is
yeah.
You get like a tent at my house and be like, Dad is in the tent. He's in the beard process and you can't bug him. Second day, in shower, second day. During the shower, and I like that. He said that. Rinse, comb, oil, mustache wax, comb, balm wax sets. So he didn't do the brush. Then we've got a co-wash on the third day. That's your difference there. It looks like the co-wash is just like midweek, and then you've got fourth day, rinse, comb, oil. So that's mustache wash. Fifth day, shower, wash, condition, cold. This, quite repeat 1 through 5. So that's just for the first 5 steps. Rinse, cold rinse, comb, oil, comb. As needed. Every night, wet beard, comb, butter, comb. So butter at bedtime, it sounds like a DanC guide to me. Every night, wet beard, comb. I mean, he's got a good beard. Because this is like, Brian's got, he's on it.
Yeah. That's all I would think there is. He has it figured out. Rob asks here, help. My wife suggested I try a straightener to remove the waves in my beard. I think it would be overkill, also dangerous. Is she crazy or onto something? I actually have a couple videos on. The only thing that I use a heated brush for anymore is to get out the beard dips and beard waves. I call it like a beard rehab. So if you search like DanC beard rehab or DanC heated brush, you'll probably find a video on it. A lot of people say it's damaging. It can be more damaging than a blow dryer, but if you do it right, you use it in moderation, your beard will be fine. I use one about every other week. The mayor at least was using it quite frequently, but everybody's beard is different. So if someone says that I think it's extremely damaging, it probably is for theirs. But you can also, if you know what you're doing, you're able to work it out.
I used it twice today. I mean, right before this, and then in the morning. Again, it goes with just kind of what I'm trying to work on with the beard, with my beard, and my hair does pretty well with it. But it definitely, as the humidity picks up in the day, it frizzes back out. Yeah.
Nick asked, Dan, with the mustache getting longer, are you trying to train it in any way? I train it every day, always, for years now. So yeah, I'm always when I have my morning routine, I'm always training it with heat to the side, and I'm gonna say it here. I don't know when. Give me a few weeks, but Oh, dang, she's watching, rubbing me in the face right now. Yeah, Rob, I have several videos of the heated brushes to literally get out my beard dips. What's up, Steve Lee, Murder Mitten buddy? I'm going to commit to trying a mustache wax routine, and I will make a video on it. So I'm going to see the pros and cons to it, my unfiltered thoughts, and see how it works. So I'm going to try it. I'm gonna give it a go and probably not touch my mustache until that video is done with, at least. Gary says, Command Wash and Co-Wash will be restocking at the end of next week, so no worries. Cool. And that's still within the month, so you can use our code if you're in the group.
And you should. That's awesome. And that's it's good stuff, man. That's my routine right now is the co-wash, the wash and co-wash. How did you
Awesome.
What's the story of coming up with calling it the co-man co-wash? Because it goes co with the wash, right? It's you know, did you guys just because it works with the command name kind of thing?
Yeah, well, co-wash is interchangeably used with conditioner. It's actually a verb. To co-wash is to wash your beard with a conditioner. And so this product you can use as a co-wash. You can wash your beard just with it. And so we wanted to collab. We helped with the develop product, the scent, all that stuff. And so we thought it's a conditioner, it's a co-wash, co-mand, and it just kind of stuck. Happened on a live stream. Okay, I don't even remember that, but I believe it.
So you said
live stream.
So you said you went to the beach today. You know, there's something we gotta talk a little bit about though, and that's Blackstone griddles, because since it's been a while. Yeah, last week we were a little messed up with the way it was working, but those of you guys that don't know, I was up north and found a Blackstone, the griddle I wanted, which was the 2-burner. I found it available at a Walmart, and I grabbed it and literally had to unpack the box to get my family home from up north in our car because we have an Equinox, not too big, not too much space. But it was worth it, and it's been a game changer, like you said it would be.
Oh, it's wonderful. I have 2 now. I've got a small one for camping, adventure ready, and then one at home. And we had kebabs last night. Unbelievable. Chicken, zucchini, portobello mushrooms, and peppers. I didn't have peppers because I don't like them. They're too colorful. But they were amazing, man. Absolutely amazing. And real quick here, Dad Beard says, hey, Dan, how do you trim your sideburns to fade into beard? Actually, if you search like DanCBearded sideburns, I have a video where I faded the mayor's sideburns into his beard, and it'll show you exactly how to do that. So amazing. I did this morning. I think you did the same exact thing. I did bacon and French toast. Was that your morning?
Yeah, Betsy had the idea.
Yeah.
You want to talk like I was not a great help with meals and stuff in our house, and since we've had that set up, she like appreciates that so much, and I knew I stunk at making food and stuff, but I'm learning, like I'm getting better at every day, and we're trying new things, and but it's really changed our family dynamic. Like the boys look forward to a meal from the griddle as much as they would going out to eat.
Same. We're the same way. You cannot tell me there's a better breakfast out there than the breakfast I make on that Blackstone. It's amazing. But as always, full disclosure, I did have my first Blackstone utter fail tonight. Okay. I tried to make chicken wings, and when I got them from the butcher, they were the 3-part connected wings, you know, like the flats, the drummy, and then the little like little thing. And I should have and made separate flats and separate drummies and get rid of the whatever that guy's called. The guys, what's that thing called? The point. And it's Ruben. It did not work out well. They would not sit flat. Sam likes her chicken extremely well. She likes her chicken to the point where most people would say it's dry. She doesn't like the risk of any wet chicken or underdone chicken. The inedible part, the useless part. Yeah, the useless part. And it was like it locked moisture, and she did not like it at all. So it was a failure to the top degree. For the first time, I've not had any Blackstone failures yet.
I've had like miss hits, like foul balls. Won't call them a strike, but foul balls. Like I've learned to use less butter, because butter just seems to give it that black. It just seems to burn real fast. Like oil's the key. Butter will burn and give you that chunkiness, like the black marks all over your food. Okay.
Any rules for teachers in Michigan about beards? No rules there, so we are safe. We are good. But yeah, man, I love it. Absolutely. We do hot dogs like daily. Somebody asked about the best way to do burgers. Look up smash burgers. You make really thin, really small burgers. You press them down to the griddle, and it like sears it with a really nice like crisp. I put a little seasoning salt on the outside, man. It's amazing. And yep, I've done the same, Doug. I've had a couple bacons burned, because they do. Like, you think you're in like the golden territory, and then quickly it becomes the burnt territory. But burnt bacon is still edible.
Right out of the gate, like I learned to use like low heat or medium heat, and rarely high heat, because it's just too darn hot.
Yeah, you'll find uses for that high heat, like smash burgers. You want that thing all the way up, ready to go, sear the heck out of it. But I do have 2 fat New York strip steaks from Colony Meats. So like top-notch butcher, ready to go in the fridge, that I think tomorrow I'm throwing it down on.
So Alan asked if you've done a Philly cheesesteak. Funny story, and then you can answer. Is I actually came up to Betsy and she had us doing a turkey. It was like a turkey, like I forget what they call it. It's like a turkey piece, but I had to do it on the grill, and I told her I wasn't feeling. As the cook of the house, I didn't have a lot of passion. My passion wasn't in the turkey tonight. I wanted to do Philly cheesesteak. I wanted to go out and get the skinny steaks, and I was like, that was where the moment was taking me, but that's not where I ended up. I'm married and a compromiser.
All right. I've done them 3 times, and the kebabs were amazing yesterday, because the mushrooms were the mushrooms were the single greatest thing that I've had on the Blackstone yet, other than breakfast. But the Philly cheesesteak has been my favorite meal, and we've done it 3 times. I've done it once at home, twice camping. Love with a passion. Some shaved ribeye, sliced and diced up, man. So good. So good.
So do you,
Michael asked, oh, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, did you did you do the buns a little bit? Get them on there, get them a little warmed up.
Always. Always. Oh, for sure. Video, Beard Octane's leave-in conditioner smells like glue. It smells like conditioner. There's no scent to it. There's no fragrance covering it up. It's just the conditioning ingredients. That's what it smells like. So if you associate it with glue, I can kind of see that, but it smells like conditioner pretty much. Blackstone, does that have to be cured with oil? Yes. You got to. I did like 4 or 5 to be safe with grapeseed oil.
Yeah, I actually started out with that, and then Blackstone makes a grill conditioner. Did you know that?
Yes.
I ended up using. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's good. And Bobby, you're right. Ball of the meat, and then using little like wax paper and pressing it down. That is a great method. Yeah, really, really great method. And no, I didn't use no cheese whiz. Everyone's telling me you got to use cheese whiz on the Philly cheesesteak. I use provolone. I'm a provolone guy.
Are you fussy about your cheeses?
Nah, I mean, I like cheese a lot. I like provolone. Hey, Tyson. I like feta. Love feta. I love pepper jack.
The line is usually at Swiss. Where are you at with Swiss?
I'm cool with Swiss in certain situations.
Okay.
What about you?
Go-to. Oh, no. I like it all. I'll even eat. I'll eat the stuff like the blue cheeses and things like that.
Oh, wow. See, I know that. Fine. Yeah, I'm not a blue cheese guy, but I do love 215 representative here, provolone on cheesesteak. Yes, I am a provolone guy, and Sam loves the cheesesteaks. She really, really likes them. I love pepper jack too. Are you a pepper jack guy?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you got to throw some pepper jack on it. Now, when you're on the grill and you're cleaning it especially, maybe, and this would be a good question, I feel the heat on my beard, but my beard is hanging decently close to that grill. And I can feel a difference afterwards. Another chalk it up on the camping, using the griddle 3 times a day. That's not the best for my beard. Have you noticed any heat on your beard, or not so much with it being shorter?
No, I have not. I definitely, my hands will smell like the griddle, especially in the beginning when I was conditioning it and I was, smoothing. My hands smell like it, but I don't get that. I don't get close. The beard has to come to the griddle top, and let's be honest, I'm a long way away from that moment.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Yeah, no, you a little bit away from there, but I do feel that on the griddle with the heat, I think mainly. But yeah, it's a game changer, man. It really is. And you had mentioned this before too, is it also helps with cleanup. A majority of the cleanup, and there's some prep and stuff that I'm sure Betsy helps with, but the cleanup, I enjoy cleaning my Blackstone. Like, I like that as much as cooking, because it's like I have pride in it. I want to keep the puppy nice, and I also know every time you cook, every time you put oil in afterwards, you're adding layers of seasoning, layers of flavor, and for me, I just have a lot of pride in it.
Well, I feel like that's like cleaning your griddle and getting it is like being a good teacher. You got your kids, and every day you're giving them a layer. You're giving them a little bit more that they're going to bring to their life. Your meals taste better the more you use those griddles. Kids are like that too. I don't know. I don't want to write a book about kids who just make griddles, but it really is true. Like it's a work in progress. As much as it is a day-to-day thing, it's a work in progress.
Man, it's gonna be after 10 o'clock. The mayor's getting filled up. Yeah, definitely after 10 o'clock here. So, I'm loving it. Yep, it's a slight flex when you're camping and people walk by, and I'm sizzling up some French toast in the morning. They're going on their morning walks. I got my Blackstone with the top on and stuff. So yeah, I'm really, really proud. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say earlier. I forgot here. Eric with an A had a pretty cool day today. He went to Beard Octane's place and met and hung out with Joe.
No way. That's awesome.
Yeah, Joe posted a picture, and I messaged him. I'm like, dude, we love Eric. Eric's a huge part of our Facebook group and is a big part of this channel and community. That is so cool, man. So he went in and hung out, and you and I both have met Joe and hung out with Joe, and I've had several occasions hanging out with Joe. So that was super cool. I was glad to see someone that we're so familiar with here on Wednesdays in the Facebook group. Yeah, there's Joe. Going to hang out with Beard Octane. I was whoa, that's a crazy story. And yeah, Joe says was awesome to have him come by, and then Eric says Joe is an awesome dude.
Yeah, you know what? You find out almost hands down, anybody who's got a company going and is trying to do this, people are trying to it's like an art. They're in a way, a good company is like the work of an artist, because those scents can get so awesome, and how everybody's different. Most people are good people. Almost everybody's been amazing through this beard journey.
Absolutely. The percentages are very one-sided, all for the good, which is really cool. Beard Octane, not your average Joe. Well said. How we not think about that slogan there? I like it.
We can't be everywhere, but we'll keep that one. We'll have to write that one down.
Yeah. So, Mayor, any plans this week? We're at Wednesday, approaching the end of the weekend. You got anything going on with the family, with life?
We're in town this weekend, which is good. I'm gonna give our buddy TMD a lift to the airport. I think Sunday.
So you going out to Cali?
Yeah, we are. Today was like, I would have to say, and I think what's important we notice is today was like the best summer day. If I could have every day like today, today was an amazing summer day. We cooked breakfast on the griddle. We went and played pickleball together. We got yogurt, like frozen yogurt. We did all these things, and I mean, it's a hard time. Everybody's financially struggling. People are worried about their health, worried about their safety, worried about what are we going to do if our kids aren't, in school and learning in the fall. What's happening with my Big Ten football, all that stuff. But today was like, if I could copy this day, and it was amazing. It is a perfect summer day, and I appreciate that.
That's amazing, especially as the end of summer is coming up for us, and online, whatever we'll be working, we'll be teaching. That those days are special, man. That sinks in. Having the whole family playing pickleball, that's as good as it gets.
I mean, and Luke was like, the ball would go far away, and Luke was like, you could have been playing that Charlie Brown song, do 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 do, walking, like taking forever. He asserts his control on our family by moping at times lately.
Nothing's perfect, but you always remember the best of it, and that's like with camping. I'll be frustrated as heck during the day, but then when these 4 days are over, all I remember is how amazing this trip was, and I forget about the whining. I forget about the I'm hungry, this, that, and it's amazing how that happens.
I feel like with this time in quarantine or whatever, more family time, our family has faster to bounce back when family happens, when somebody drops their ice cream or something happens. All of us, that's the kids, mom, dad, everybody is pretty quick to say, yeah, I'm being a what right now. I don't know why I'm feeling that way, and I'm going to move on. We are more of a team than I think we ever were before.
Yeah, it's same. We are more open. Talk about things like you said. Like I can be like, hey, Sam, what's wrong? I don't know. I'm grumpy and I can't get out of it. Hey, I'm going to take the boys. I'm going to go outside. You hold it down and make it happen here. And absolutely, Eric, I know he's looking for a job, trying to get back connected with family, man. Nothing but the best of luck, the best of positivity to you, my friend. So keep working, man. It's going to be better than ever. So stay. And Nick says, how much do you think marketing plays in a beard business? So many different ways to appeal to different people. Attention these days. Nick, it depends on your goal. If your goal is to do massive amount of revenue, marketing is everything. I do not care how good your products are. You have to market to be big because there are so many companies with so many angles and so many good products. If you master Facebook ads, if you can master YouTube and reviews and videos, that is going to help your company if you have the customer service behind it and if you have the products behind it. So marketing, unbelievably important. And I would say that that's not different than any other business.
No, and wow. Dan will give you the real answer because that is the real answer. Marketing is all about how do you show people what amazing things you have to offer. But you got to get them through the door first, and that's a super challenge nowadays.
Absolutely, and I could say the quick answer. I could say just a really nice hey, if you have good products, you're going to get discovered, you're going to get found. No, that's not true. You have to put yourself out there because there is so much going on right now. And it's Beard Octane says the beard market is extremely visually driven. It is. Guys they don't have time to read, want to look at reading. And good. And Gary says it well here. Good marketing can bad products, bad marketing can sell good products. That is true. That is very, very true. But I will say they only sell products once. People do not keep coming back because of marketing. As you said, Mary, through the door, but you need to have the products. You need to have the customer service to keep them in the door. Know what I mean?
I agree. I've learned so much. It's most of the people, Dan, that you work with have amazing products. Definitely, many of them have different ways of probably just different goals, but they're also different ways to go after it.
Yes, very different. And that's important. You got to be different. Obviously, some of those different ways miss the mark with us in their kind of stance, but it is what it is. He says, here to see if the chicken tasted. No, we threw it all away. My very first Blackstone, no, it was not good. It often seems that many companies appeal to specific groups of people just based off our work they use. That is a fact. And I will say there are a lot of out there. If you are going for a specific niche, for people, enough fuel their business. If you're going after that Viking, gonna get you beautiful women, be tough man look, there's guys out there like that. And it's wrong to say there really are. If you're gonna go after the aggressive crowd that likes profanity and just overly aggressive lifestyle, there's enough guys out there where you can. So that's a great point. It is true. It is very true. And I'm definitely no guru on marketing. There's some things that I know really well, and this is interesting. I wanted to bring this one, and then we're going to leave on this one. We have these long drives. Me and Sam, we always talk. Like, we love talking. We're not quietly or on phones. We're always talking. And we brought this. Me and Sam are very different in a lot of ways, and I thought this one was interesting. I do not remember a ton of stuff in my life. I consider it useless things. Listen to this. I cannot, if you said my life on the line, I could not tell you a teacher from 8th grade and before. Not one. Come out of a lineup. I couldn't tell you what school looked like. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. And there's tons of things like that in my life that I just cannot remember that normal people do. And Sam will be like, oh, I can tell you every teacher I had from kindergarten up, what they look like and all this stuff. I have none of that. But what I do know is there's something that my sees as valuable, I am as deep as it gets. I go laser focused on that. And usually when I put that laser focus into something, I usually am pretty successful at it. Now, Sam, this is her saying this. She doesn't have anything other than being a mother and wife and all that, where she is like ridiculously successful at. And it's because she's very broad. She can do a little bit of everything. She's really good with woodwork. She's really good with cooking. Good with cleaning. She's really good with puzzles. She's really good with reading and books and all this. She's really good with all those things. And I can't do most of those things. And she thought it was so interesting, like how we balance each other out. I get really deep on a small amount of things. She gets really broad, a large amount of things.
And you balance each other out.
Yeah,
that's why it works. It's funny how much whatever you put into it, but we usually you end up complimenting each other, and I know you guys do.
Yeah, and that was just my random thought while we were driving to this when we had that conversation. And it's my mom and dad are the same way. My dad is laser focused on a couple of things, and my mom was the most broad. She never and not bad. She was a stay-at-home. She never had a career. She never had like a big, huge hobby or anything like that. She just was a mom. And if you ask my mom a question about, probably know about it. She's a ton of, yeah. That was my crazy thought last night as we were looking out at the stars and we were driving here and stuff. It was pretty cool. Oh, by the way, tonight, guys, meteor shower. Tonight is the peak at midnight, so coming up pretty soon, there should be a huge meteor shower.
Do you think that's what you end up
shooting stars? Is that meteor shower?
Meteor shower is going to be
okay. That's what
just objects,
It's gonna be what?
burning up in the atmosphere. You see them. Do you you were telling me last night? Do you think that's what you ended up seeing last night?
No, we're pretty convinced it was some kind of craft, whether it's like U.S. or airplanes or aliens or something. To give a quick rundown, me and Sam were sitting by the fire yesterday, and Sam goes, will you look at that? It was a triangle. 3 lights will do it over here. 2 top, 1 down below that, a triangle. And moving down. It was going down all together perfectly, and then randomly disappeared. And then what happened from there is we saw 5 different crafts, like normal crafts, lights towards it. And then after about 10 minutes or so, they went back from where they came from. And it, yeah, Steve's drone, this was way up there. I mean, it had been huge, and it was freaky. It was really freaky. And Sam was like, "So glad you saw that. You would have never believed me." So I don't know what it was, but it was a perfect triangle moving down through the straight, and then just boom, just gone.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it would be that the meteorite. It's is it a meteoroid before it hits the atmosphere, and a meteorite once it enters the atmosphere? But it could be burning up. I don't know if it would put off that vapor. I don't know, but interesting.
There was no tail. There was no trail. It was just 3 lights. It was like this. Stop one and bomb, moving down super slow and disappeared. It was freaky. But
we're gonna check it out. You're gonna be up that late to check it out at midnight?
Probably. I am tired, so maybe not. We'll see.
I think I may give it a shot.
Cool. All right. Well, I think it is that closing time. We wrap this up, guys. It seemed like today was better. My wife said those were space rocks. I don't know. It seemed like today was better. No YouTube issues for the most part. I appreciate it. And guys, again, studio, we'll have some new jerky. We'll be able to cheers to you for Mountain Dew. I have new to the channel, new to Wednesdays that I've never known that this in person. So that's me camping, but I know you guys understand. So we're excited to be back in person next week.
Yep, that we thought, Dan and I talked, and we thought us being a little choppy or like last week, like crazy, was better than nothing. We love doing this. We need this. As always, guys, thank you for being here with us. We know it's not perfect, but who is perfect? What is perfect these days, or any day for that matter? Thank you guys for being with us, and stay bearded.
Jason Dunn is the one who posted that song, and I'm hoping to actually get it uploaded and so tune. That is a guy. What group?